Hey buddy, Luxinda Swirl here. We are back out on the deck. We are going to hydro dip. Woo! Okay, it's been a while. Here's the plan. I have an idea for a theme tumbler, and I'm not going to tell you what the theme is yet. We're just going to do the dipping today, and I'm going to see how this goes. So I have two tumblers here that we're going to test. One is a 30-ounce skinny straight, and the other is a 20-ounce, I don't know what it is, 20-ounce regular, 20-ounce chubby, something like that. Anyway, I've spray painted them both green after I prepped them, and that was by sanding them and then washing them with dish detergent or dish soap, Dawn liquid, and water. And then the spray paint was Rust-Oleum 2X, and the color is, I believe, meadow green. And I'm going with all greens today. That's part of the theme. So here are our colors. These are all, believe it or not, in the greenish-esque family. We have neon green, aqua green, rosita green, what does this say? Rich green, and then this is one of their new glitter marble paints in blue, green, and gold. I figured that was close to being green since there's green in there. So I'm going to shake these up. We're going to drop them in, we're going to swirl it, and we're going to dip and twist our two cups, and we're going to see what we get. Shaking them good. All right, so we're going to start with Rosita. This is the glitter that has green in it. This is the neon green. Wow. It's not doing much, is it? Oh, there it is. I've had trouble with the neons before. We'll see how this goes. This is the aqua green. And then this is the rich green. Back with a little more of that, a little more of that, a little more glitter because can't have too much glitter. Okay, swirl, tack it to the side, and dip and twist. Yes, I like it, I like it. That is beautimous. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to blow this off with the heat gun. Or, sorry, with my blow dryer. Okay, so this time I'm going to do those same colors. I think I'm going to go a little lighter on the aqua green because that really looks more bluish to me, honestly. I know it's not aqua blue, it's aqua green, but it still looks kind of blue. So I'm going to add in silver and a new color of marabou's called mistletoe, which looks suspiciously like a green-gray. I think those will be good too. I need to clean everything out of the water first, and I see it's rebloomed. So we'll just use my strainer I got at Dollar Tree. And take out all the new little blooms. Get them out of there. And by bloom, I mean when it hits the water, it disperses it disperses onto the top of the water, and then it can mess up the next go round. So having a little strainer is a really good idea. Okay, so I'm going to shake these up now. Mistletoe, silver, cerise, glitter, oh sorry, not cerise, rosita. Rosita is the light green. Glitter, rich green, which I just love. Okay. A couple drops of the aqua. And yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, the neon. That's the one I haven't done. A little bit of neon. Okay. I'm not convinced that's even shaken up. Let me try shaking that some more. No, I don't know about that neon green. Mistletoe. Okay. We'll see what happens. Marble. Tack it to the sides. And we're going to dip and twist. That looks pretty good. Got one bare spot there at the bottom. That's a shame, but the rest of it looks fantastic. I can work with that. Hot diggity. All right, let's blow this out, so to speak. Not too bad. Okay, folks. We'll see you later in the craft room. Okay, folks, we are back. We have our 2 green tumblers. I'm going to work on this one first. This is going to be the Fox's cup. And what I mean by that is I have printed out some water slides of fox watercolor artwork. And you can't really see it, and I will explain why. Because this is a bunch of dark colors, and I do not have any white water slide paper, I had to print my fox decals, basically, my water slides, out on clear water slide paper. And the only way to get them, well, there are 2 ways to get them to show up would be I could cut a separate layer of white vinyl in exactly the same shape. People do that. You put the vinyl down first and you put the water slide on it. And that seemed like an awful lot of opportunity for problems. The other way to do it is to cut out your water slide. So I printed it on my inkjet printer on clear water slide paper. Then I used the Cricut design space and the Cricut machine to cut it out instead of me cutting it out like normal, because the edges are now painted white, so I can't use scissors to cut close like I would with a clear water slide. The edges won't disappear in this case. And after I had the Cricut machine cut it out, then I still had to spray a clear layer of spray paint, the Rust-Oleum 2X, and then a layer of the Plasti Dip Glossifier, and the final layer was Rust-Oleum White 2X spray paint. So this becomes the backing now, and I am still going to do my hack, which is to get it wet, turn it over, and pull the backing paper off. The catch with doing it this way is because I had to cut it out before I sprayed all those layers of various spray paints on it. The layers of paint that I sprayed on it may have, and probably did, seal around the edges. So when I put it in the water, it will not freely pull away from the backing paper like a clear water slide would. I did a test. I did get it to work. As you can see, this came off the backing paper, and you can't really tell it's painted white on the back because the only thing I had to test it on was this old white leftover coaster I had. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it took me a lot of work to get the water slide off of the backing paper. I had to get it wet, and when it was ready to detach, it detached everywhere but around the edges because they were sort of sealed by the paint. So I had to really work it, and you will see what I mean when I do this. So here we go. We're going to put it in. This is actually the painted side that will be going down like that. This is the backing paper that will hopefully come off. And here we go. Okay, now it's starting to come loose. I'm going to work on it to try and get it away from the edges, to let it get it. Oh, shoot, man. Yeah, okay, so there, got that loose. just working my way around, getting it loose from all the edges so we can hopefully transfer it to our cup. Okay. This is where those layers of spray paint, they cause this problem, but they also come in handy because it toughens the water slide up a little so that I can do this without too much damage. All right, we're getting there. Okay. Come on, you can do it. Come on. Let go. You see? Let go. There. Okay, got it. Now I'll just put it back in place. Get my cup wet. Move this over. Put this guy down right where I want him, which my goal here is to cover up this bald green spot. That's just the base paint showing through. So we'll just cover it up with a pretty fox. And then we pull the backing paper off, and because of the white paint, it now shows as a white backed decal. So you can see all the details, not a bunch of green showing through, which is what you would see if I hadn't sprayed the paint on it. It would just sort of disappear into the greens because it would be a clear water slide. It is a clear water slide, but it has white paint on it. Okay, so now I'm going to do my usual routine where I paper towel, start by blotting off the water. And then I will use my squeegee tool to smooth everything out and squeegee the water from underneath all the way around like that. Again, this is a beautiful silicone resin applicator brush that I use because it's also a great squeegee tool. Nice and soft, won't hurt the water slide, but it gets all the water out. And then I continue patting everything dry. And there we go. There's our beautiful fox. Now I'm going to let this dry for a little bit before I put on the one on the bottom. And then it will be time for a name on the other side and back onto the turner for a final layer of epoxy. So now on to the second green tumbler. Alrighty, here's our second tumbler. This is much bigger. It's a 30-ounce skinny straight. And as you may recall from our hydro dipping, I had one big bare green spot. That, again, this anywhere you see the dark green is the base paint, the Rust-Oleum Meadow Green. I painted on it originally as a base color, and I'm just going to cover that up. And there's nothing wrong with it, but this side is so beautiful and so perfect, so we're gonna put the decal on this side. And in this case, it is not a water slide. It is printable vinyl. So I now have a vinyl, basically a giant sticker, a vinyl decal that I printed on my inkjet printer using printable vinyl sticker paper. Let me show you. So instead of water slide paper like I used for the foxes, this is vinyl sticker paper, 20 sheets, matte coating for the inkjet printer, and it is durable and water resistant stickers. So I'll link everything below as always. So in essence, what we're going to do is we're going to peel this big Swamp Thing sticker off and put it there. And then we're going to peel this logo vinyl sticker off its backing paper, and we are going to put it up here. And we're going to end up with our Swamp Thing swirl tumbler. All right, so this is going to be a little hair-raising for me because, you know, probably doesn't want to go where I want it to. We're gonna hope for the best. Try and make this work. I want it flat around the bottom, but not hanging off the bottom. And I want it over that green spot. So I'll use the middle, make it like a taco. Okay, then flatten it out as I go. Make sure. Okay, so there's the first sticker. Shift you this way. Got that in place. Now I need to add the logo above. Basically right there. So I want the H over the crown of his head. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna peel off this, what is in essence a giant vinyl sticker. I used my Cricut Design Space. I printed it using print and then cut, and I let the Cricut cut it out. And here we go. All right, there he is, Swamp Thing in all his green glory. I think that looks pretty cool. So now, even though a lot of people say you can go straight to epoxy after putting on a vinyl decal, I'm not comfortable doing that because I've had little curly Q edges lift when I've done that and skipped a sealing step in the middle. So I'm going to take this out on the deck and I'm going to spray Rust-Oleum 2X clear matte spray on everything to seal it, to stick my sticker decal down, make sure everything's good and stuck and sealed on. And then I'm going to go back into the craft room and do a layer of epoxy and it will be done. Okay folks, stay tuned. I'll bring you back for the big reveal when the layer of epoxy's on. Hey folks, we're back. And I figured you would want to see how our two green tumblers worked out. Let's see how they did. I applied a layer of resin last night and I'm curious to see how it looks. Tumbler number 1. Dry to the touch, beautiful. That is lovely. There we go. So let's see how our decal turned out. And there she is, Swamp Thing. He, I guess. He was a scientist, right? Turned into Swamp Thing. Am I right in remembering that Louis Jourdan played him in the TV show with Adrienne Barbeau as the lusty girlfriend? I don't remember. I didn't watch it that much. I just remember, I think my ex-husband used to watch. Anyway, so there's my Swamp Thing tumbler. We'll take it out on the deck and get some sunlight on it and see how it looks in full daylight. But let's check the other one. There we go. There it is. And look how beautiful. Look how pretty. There's the fox that we did with the clear water slide that I spray painted white on the back of. That turned out really gorgeous. And there's the other one. Recipient's name that I won't show you, but it looks pretty good. All right, let's go outside and see them in full daylight. There she is. I don't know if you can see the sparkles. Again, this is just a little bit of rainbow sparkle mixed into the final layer of epoxy. That is just gorgeous. The Waterslide's gorgeous. The bottom is gorgeous. So here's the idea. The recipient's holding it like this. She tips it up to take a drink. So what everybody sees, if they're looking that way at her as she tips it up to take a drink, is the flexi on the bottom. I just love how this turned out. It is beautiful. There it is. There's our Swamp Thing. Ah, he's a handsome fella, isn't he? He's got a little sparkle to him as well. Again, I don't know if you can see it. There's some sparkle in the Marabou Easy Marble paints that we did the hydro dipping with. Had a glitter color, and then I used some rainbow Marabou alcohol ink in the resin for the final layer. And so even though it's not glitter, it does sparkle a little bit, because everything needs a little sparkle in this world. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I just think he's a very handsome fella. There we go, folks. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I hope you found it entertaining, if not informative. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.